So the next point is microprocessor. Good afternoon. The point is microprocessor unit. So this microprocessor consists of ALU, arithmetic logic unit, registers and control unit. Arithmetic logic unit ALU has a working register, status register which store the flag, instruction decoder. When the instruction is fetched, it goes into the ID. Then the register consists of bank select register, file select register, and program counter. We have to see in detail this bank select register point. We'll see afterwards in detail. So for bank select register consists of a 4-bit register which is used in a direct addressing the data memory. File select register has a 16-bit register used as a memory pointer in indirect addressing data memory, and program counter has a 21-bit register which hold the program memory address value executing registers. Then control unit provide the timing and control signals to various read and write operations. Then bank selection using bank select register. So the file register of PIC 18 family can have a maximum of 4K bytes, and with this 4K byte with this 4K byte the file register had addresses of 000 to FFFH. The file register in the PIC 18F is divided into it is divided into 256 bytes bank, and we have the maximum of 16 bank. Although not all the members of PIC 18 family that have many banks, every PIC 18 family member has at least one bank for the file register, and this bank is called the access bank and is default bank when we or a PIC 18 chip. So here is the diagram for the file registers for PIC 18 family. So the 128 bytes of the Axis Bank is used for the special function register. Its address is given here. Now, what is the memory space of SFR and GPR in the Axis Bank is not continuous. So the reason is that to allow the RAM space between this memory space to be used for general purpose registers. The input output port SFR, port A, B, C, D and associated register are among the most widely used special purpose register. Now the register file concept is given here. So here the register file concept is all of the data memory is part of register file. So any location in the data memory may be operated directly and all the peripherals are mapped into the data memory as a series of registers. The orthogonal instruction set, all instructions can operate on any data memory location. Here a diagram for the register file concept is given. Then registers are 8-bit working register equivalent to an accumulator and it is used for arithmetic and logic operations. Then bank select register 0 to F. So it has a 4-bit register. Only a low order 4 bits are used to provide the MSB 4-bit of 12-bit address data memory. Then this diagram shows the pinout of PIC 18F458. It is a 40 pin DIP, that is dual inline package. Then the next is reset operations. So the PIC 18F, these devices differentiate between the various kinds of reset: power on reset, amp clear reset during normal operation, amp clear reset during the power managed operation, watchdog timer reset during the execution, programmable brown out reset, reset instructions, stack full reset, stack underflow reset, and stack this section. So here the reset generated by amp clear and it covers the operation of the various startups, timers, stack full, and so in short we have to see here what is reset operation, what is watchdog timer. So here simplified block diagram of on chip reset circuit is given. So what is actually the reset? The reset action puts the microcontroller into the reset operation puts the microcontroller into a known state. So resetting a PIC18F microcontroller starts the execution of the program from address 0 of the program memory, and the microcontroller can be reset during one of the operation like power on reset, amplifier reset, watchdog timer reset, brownout reset, stack full reset, or stack underflow reset. So what is reset instruction? There are two types of resets are commonly used: power on reset and external reset using M clear pin. So first we will see what is power on reset. So power on reset is generated automatically when power supply voltage is applied to the chip, and the clear pin should be tied to the supply voltage directly or preferably through a 10K resistor. So for the application where the rise time of the voltage is slow, it is recommended to use a diode, a capacitor and a series resistor. Then external reset. In some applications, the microcontroller may have to be reset externally by pressing a button. So normally the clear input is at logic 1. When reset is pressed, this pin goes to 0 and resets the microcontroller. So this is power on reset and external reset. Then the next is watchdog timer. So what is watchdog timer? So the watchdog timer can be helpful to automatically reset the system whenever timeout occurs. A system reset is required for preventing the failure of the system in a situation of a hardware fault or the program error. So there are countless applications where the system cannot afford to get stuck at point. For example, in radar system, if the system hangs for 5 minutes, it can result in serious repercussions. So an enemy plane or missile may go undetected, resulting in the huge loss. So the system should be robust enough to automatically detect the failure quickly and reset itself in order to recover from the failure and function normally without error. So the watchdog timer is an independent timer with its own clock source. It provides a way for the peak processor to recover from a software error that obstructs from the program continuation, such as endless loop. So it is a free running timer which, if allowed to overflow, will automatically reset the peak, and the watchdog timer is enabled or disabled by a device configuration bit. If it is enabled, the software execution may not disable this function. To prevent a timeout condition, the watchdog must be reset periodically via software, and the peak the watchdog timer has a nominal timeout period of 18 milliseconds, which can be extended up to 2.3 seconds by using a prescaler with a division ratio of up to 1:128, and the prescaler rate is selected through PS0 or PS2 bits of the option register. So note that we have to consider that the PSA bit must also be set to assign the prescaler to watchdog timer, otherwise it will used by timer 0. So how this watchdog timer work? The watchdog timer is located The watchdog timer is loaded with a timeout period which is dependent on the application, and this timer starts its counting independent of the system clock. That is, it has a separate internal oscillator to work independently of system clock. This timer cleared through a software each time before the timeout period occur. So whenever software failed to clear the watchdog timer before its timeout period, the watchdog timer resets the system. For this purpose, it is used to overcome the software failure. It is also used to wake up the microcontroller from sleep mode. So what is that inside the watchdog timer? It uses different 31 kilohertz in SIC clock, and it is independent of system clock. So watchdog timer can be enabled in two ways: through configuration register and through watchdog con register. So configuration register has watchdog timer enable bit to enable or disable this timer. It also has a switch enable bit to enable or disable watchdog through the software. Now this diagram shows the watchdog timer operation. It consists of the enable watchdog timer, bit watchdog counter, programmable post scaler, reset. So when watchdog timer is enabled, the 31 kilohertz in RC gets initialized and it provides a clock for watchdog timer. Then it is then divided by 128, that is prescaler. It is shown in this diagram. Then this prescaler gives a nominal timeout of 4 milliseconds. Then it has a programmable post scaler which help to divide down the watchdog timer prescaler output and increase the timeout periods. So now we can vary the timeout period in the range of 4 milliseconds to 131.072 seconds using post scaler. So this is all about the watchdog timer. Thank you.